All right. Hey, Shalom.
Shalom.
All right, first and foremost, before we get started, we'll give all honor and glory and power to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Want to say double honors to our elders, our great apostles, great millstone. We're going to teach well, being a great example to Israel, mind the elect. And we'll say peace and blessings to the hopefully elect on the four corner, pushing the truth and sincerity, that great song. I'm the brother in the bar to my left.
Anna.
All right, hey, we come through this. With a lesson through the spirit of poverty, how about Shema Shai? Basically, we're just, pondering and just thinking and basically in the spirit, what I'm saying, of what today was. And, today is the so-called Thanksgiving. But really, our people in the illusion and in a downside mind state, according to the deceitful, are in the deception of the so-called white man through Christianity and other philosophies, that really put our people in a death trap, meaning in a way of thinking. Because our people got a mind of thinking that, Thanksgiving is just all about thanking and giving, giving thanks to their grandmas, their granddad, their uncles, and, their cousins and brothers and sisters.
Exaggerate.
But, but in reality, that's not what, so-called Thanksgiving was built upon. It was built upon the killing of our brothers, our sisters of what? Israel. The so-called North American Indian was Gad. You had Reuben and the Selman Indians. All right. So that's what really Thanksgiving is about. Celebrating the downfall of our people through the curses, because it was meant, that we were gonna go down, all right, as a nation. But our people got the wrong mind state of how, Thanksgiving really supposed to be. But that's why we say Thanksgiving, because they killed and slaughtered the Native American Indians, man.
Yep.
So guess what? The scriptures are gonna speak for itself. Grab it out. And Lord willing, y'all brothers and sisters be edified. Why we lay the law down, man?
We're gonna start over with Genesis.
Yeah. Go to Genesis 49, and then you go to what you got.
Alright, cause this Genesis
49 and 19.
Cause I'm gonna read one.
Okay, come.
Jump down to 19. This Genesis 49 and 1. And Jacob called unto his sons and said, gather yourselves together, that I may tell you that which should befall you in the last days.
It be what befalls you in the last days, man.
Yep.
All right, and we see them things happening.
Yep.
And it had happened.
Prophecy right here. Future.
That was exactly. That's how you know that this book is a prophetic book, man. Which I'm talking about the Bible.
Yep. Verse 2. Gather yourselves together and hear, ye sons of Jacob.
Ye who?
Ye sons of Jacob.
He said, ye sons of Jacob.
And hearken unto Israel your father.
Yeah.
I'm jumping down to 19. It said, Gad, a troop shall overcome him, but he shall overcome at the last.
Right, and that troop did overcome Gad. All right? They came. The way they say, Christopher Columbus?
So Christopher Cologne.
Yeah, but his real name was Christopher Cologne, yeah.
Yep.
And then it's an article on this.
Go ahead.
It just flip, just read to it, and it says, Andrew Jackson passed the Indian Removal Act May 28, 1830. And then you get what you got out, and then we'll get back into this.
Yeah, this in the article from I love ancestry.com. I'm gonna start right here. It say however, the meaning of Thanksgiving for Native Americans is filled with painful history, which had been covered up with the Pilgrims and Indian stories.
Right, what's that painful history? The smallpox.
Yeah, I'm finna say that too.
You got the Trail of Tears. Like we were moving when you go into you can get that the Indian Removal Act, if you can get that. There's a lot of things that the so-called white man have done to conquer this earth, man. The North American Indians and the Selman Indians. All right, hey, been through a lot, man.
Yeah, it said that on Google, what was the impact of the Indian Removal Act of 1830? Introduction to the Indian Removal Act was signed into law by President Andrew Jackson on May 28.
All right, it's which who? A fucking devil, man. All right.
It say Andrew Jackson on May 28, 1830, authorizing the president to grant lands west of the Mississippi in exchange for Indian lands.
Right, and that's how you know. That's why you see that if they, you know, what I'm saying the so-called North American Indians, they on their on what reservation.
Exactly.
You see that? Because one thing about it, Christopher Columbus, you know, what I'm saying they said he discovered this land.
Yep.
How can you discover something that would never were discovered? Because when they got over here, it was already what people living here.
Yep.
You see that?
Yep.
But like I say, through the removal of the Indian Acts, man. All right. Through the power and the sword, which is what his blessing. You gotta do out.
Yeah, it says the federal government the power to exchange native held land in the Cotton Kingdom east of the Mississippi for land to the west in the Indian colonization zone that the United States had acquired as part of the Louisiana Purchase.
Mm-hmm. You gotta go out.
So I'm gonna go back. I think Preacher Body outside.
Okay.
It say going back to this article. It said most of us associate the holiday with happy pilgrims and Indians sitting down to a big feast, and that did happen. Once the story began in 1614 when a band of English explorers sailed home to England with a ship full of Portuguese. I think I'm saying it right. Portuguese Indians bound for slavery.
Bound for what?
Slavery.
Come on, man.
And they say they left behind smallpox, which virtually wiped out those who had escaped.
See, that's one of them. Like you went in the beginning, it was trying to explain, you know, the pain and the death they went through, and that's one of the ones. One of the main tactics that Esau used against the Native American was smallpox, man. Go ahead.
Yep, it say they left behind smallpox, which virtually wiped out those who had escaped. By the time the Pilgrims arrived in Massachusetts Bay, they found only one living Portuguese Indian, a man named Squanto, which is true name going to the history of Squanto. The devils had changed his name. His true name was Tiscano. Tiscano, if I'm saying that right. He said who had survived slavery in England and knew their language. So Esau came over and brought him to England for slavery. He came back. And when he came back, what he do? He taught them to grow corn and to fish and negotiate a peace treaty between the Pilgrims and the Wampanoag Nation. And so he made a peace treaty, alliance with him, man.
Mm-hmm.
But that didn't work because Scripture say what? Never trust that enemy. They said at the end of their first year, the Pilgrims had a great feast honoring Tisquando and the Wampanoags. But his word spread in England about the paradise to be found in the New World. Religious zealots called the Puritans began arriving by the boatload. The Puritans, Esau.
Mm-hmm.
So they arrived by the boatload, finding no fences around the land. They considered it to be in the public domain. It was open season when they ain't see no fences, because there was like no walls in the ancient world.
That's right.
You see? So I'm gonna jump down to this was that in the pre-dawn hours, the sleeping Indians were surrounded by English and Dutch mercenaries who ordered them to come outside. Those who came out were shot or clubbed to death, where they terrified women and children who huddled inside the longhouse.
See?
And were burned alive.
See? That's why it's a shame for history for these devils.
Yep.
So that's why they're trying their best to get us off the internet. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Get us off YouTube. Because this is shameful history for their children and their grandchildren. You know what I'm saying? Their nieces and their nephews, and their little cousins. Because they was brought up to believe that America is this great country that their father got this off of principles and morals, and he earned such a thing.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why they don't want this history being really displayed as true history.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? They feel some type of way when they find out that they really didn't conquer America how they forefathers told them how they conquer America. No, America was conquered by what? Rape, rob, and murder. All right, through the blessings when the Lord have given unto Esau, man. When you go back to Genesis, the 20, what they did, the 27th chapter. His blessing was gonna be the fatness of the earth and the dew of heaven, along with what? Job 9:24.
The sword.
The sword was his blessing. So that's how he was able to conquer.
Yep.
But it's a shameful history towards Esau because things is coming out that he can't hide no more.
Esau being exposed, you see, in this Nahum 3:1. Woe to the bloody city. This all full of lies and robbery.
It's what? Woe to the bloody city, which is what? America. Because what number say? The land cannot be cleansed by the blood that who? Have shed it. So America has a lot of blood in it.
Yo, Esau got a lot of blood on his hands.
Man, I come out a lot of blood, but it can't be cleansed but by what? His blood.
Let's grab Genesis 9:6. Whoso shedded man's blood, by man shall his blood be shed.
Exactly.
For the image of the Most High made he man.
Now go to Revelation 13:9 real quick.
God, I saw it one more for you too.
No, okay, they're gonna back that up because now we going precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little, there a little. So guess what? It's all what? Adding up.
Yep.
Go ahead.
So this Revelation 13:9, if any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity should go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed.
And you see on this picture, what happened? See, he getting killed with the sword. But does he not do this to Gad? This not say the truth shall overcome, but at the end, he gonna overcome at the end. Gad gonna overcome at the end.
Yep.
But he that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
Yep. And here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
Come on, man.
Yep. I'm gonna grab one more before I get into the article.
Remember, this is the northern kingdom. He did this also to the southern kingdom.
Yep. And this Habakkuk, I'm gonna jump down to Habakkuk 2:12. Woe to him that build a town with blood, establish a city by iniquity.
He said, woe means destruction to him that built a town with what?
With blood.
Because that's how Esau did it, man. All right? He built America out what? Blood, shed, and tears, man.
Yep. And I'm going to jump down to verse 16. It said, thou art filled with shame for glory.
See, they are filled with shame for glory because they did not get it like a man. See, that thing about Esau, he hate that. Hey, Israel, Yasharallah, all right, starting with the elect, starting with the apostles, great millstone, we are men, man. And he hate that.
Yep.
So it's not going to be a shame for glory for us for standing boldly for Yahweh Shema Shai, making our body live a sacrifice. We ain't going to be ashamed in our glory. You see that?
So,
but Esau, he's ashamed of his glory. You see? Because he know what he had to do to obtain that glory, obtain that status. What you got it on?
Yeah, I'm going to read this also in the NLT. But going back in the King James, Habakkuk 2:16, thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. Ooh. The cup of the Lord's, Yahweh Shema Shai, right hand should be turned to thee, and shameful experience should be on thy glory.
Alright, and do you know what about a foreskin on your penis? It don't show the head.
Yep.
So if you pull that foreskin back, it show the head. So that's why the Lord said, let thy foreskin be uncovered. So he's showing your shame.
Meaning what? You being exposed.
Exposed.
Exactly. So and guess what? The NOT, you know, basically to dumb it down for niggas. So this Habakkuk 2:16 NOT. But soon it will be your turn to be disgraced.
Oh, it's gonna be your turn. See? What goes around comes around. See, it's gonna be your turn, E. It's gonna be your turn, E.
To be disgraced. And it say, come, drink, and be exposed.
Oh.
Come drink and be exposed, man. It say, drink from the cup of the Lord's judgment.
What is the Lord's judgment?
Slavery, man.
Slavery.
What's that? Jeremiah 49:12. Also Limitations 4:21.
That's right.
The cup also shall pass on to thee, man.
The cup from the Lord's judgment.
Drink. It said, come and drink and be exposed. Drink from the cup of the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai judgment, and all your glory will be turned to shame.
See, so everything that you accomplish, that's why I say he shall build and I shall throw down, because your glory is when you building and you in your high statue, you got everything you want, and hands and feet. You know what I'm saying? So you in your glory, you being praised. Yeah, he got this, yeah, just like they do the rappers. They do the singer, they do the actress, they do anybody that got a higher stature and money and power, they give glory to them. They give praise to them. But guess what? It's going to be his shame.
Yep.
Because at the end of the day, he not what? He didn't think about the latter end. You know, he didn't think about the Lord recompense tribulation of those that troubled us. See, he didn't think about that.
And this so-called holiday, that's a shameful.
That's a shameful history, man. Shameful
history, man.
And then our people so fucking wicked. They don't even give a fuck about it. Well, fuck it, we still gonna eat. It's cool to eat, but having a knowledge and an understanding of why you eating or what you doing, why you doing. See, that's why a lot of people a lot of our people gonna be destroyed.
Yep.
So because they don't consider. You got it, right?
Hey, Lord, when I put this article in the description box too, man.
Come.
Cause this article just go in, it's going to the weird history, like the name of it, what it say, the weird story of Thanksgiving. You see, but I'm gonna read this junk. It said the next day, I know after they made the peace treaty, they killed the children, shot them to death, burned them alive. So they say after this, the next day, John Winthrop, 1588 through 1649, the governor of the Massachusetts Bay Colony declared a day of Thanksgiving because 700 unarmed men, women, and children had been murdered.
See?
It said, cheered by that victory, the brave colonists and their Indians allies attacked village after villages. But you had our people sold out. But hey, that's what happened. Y'all niggas was still niggas at the end of the day. You see?
See? And that's one of them fucking wicked because what they say God had to be with us.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And they also let you know Esau couldn't do it alone. He had to have our people to help his ass.
Yeah, exactly. That's a sucker.
That's why a lot of you sellouts, the Lord gonna kill. He gonna destroy every last one of you.
That's his help. We gotta remember, that's his help.
Yup. Look at today.
He can't do it on his fucking own, man.
Yup.
That's how you know we gonna fuck you crackers up, man.
Yup.
You niggas can't do it on your own, man.
Yup.
Just like we can't do it on, but we got our power, man, which is Yahweh Shema Shah, man. That was given unto us, man. You see? Your power is the sword. It's not gonna last, man.
Yep.
Alright? Our power is Yahweh Shema Shah, man. And that's forever lasting.
Yep. Infinity. It say women and children over 14 were sold into slavery while the rest were murdered.
See that? It's a slavery, man. What goes around comes around, man.
That's why I say Jeremiah 15:33, Judah and Israel were oppressed together.
That's right.
The northern kingdom and the southern kingdom. We were slaves together, man.
I don't think we did what really was going, like say for they going south, we going north. Or you want to put it backward because they went into captivity. We went into captivity too, man.
Yep. The translated slave trade.
Yeah.
The reverse slave trade. All that shit, man. It said boats loaded with as many as 500 slaves regularly left the ports of New England. It said during the feasting, the hack off heads of natives were kicked through the streets like soccer balls. Man, they played football without heads, man.
Come on, man.
It said even a friendly weaponard did not escape the madness.
He said, that's why the Lord said, happy is he that dashed our little ones against the stones. You see how they were doing the Native American, kicking their head like soccer balls, man.
Yep.
What the Lord said, woe to them that they not have hated blood. Even blood come pursue thee.
You want me to grab it?
Yeah, because come on, man.
Hey, watch this too. Let me finish this jump real quick in this article. So it said they played kickball with their heads in the streets.
Come on, man. You can't have no fucking feeling, no type of conscience to actually kick a fucking dead person head through the streets like a fucking soccer ball.
Man,
what type of spirit you had to have on you, man?
Man, then it said what? Watch this. It said that chief was beheaded and his head impaled on a pole in Plymouth, Massachusetts, where it remained on display for 24 years. Man, they kept his head on the stick for 24 years for display. 24 years? Come on, E. You gotta pay. So this is Ezekiel 35:5, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred It has shed the blood of the children of Israel.
Right, a perpetual hatred, which is an ongoing hate, and that hate been since the what? The garden, the spirit.
Yep, Cain. Yep.
Yep. Even then when it said, I shall bruise the heel. Going to Genesis.
Oh yeah, 3.
Mm-hmm, that, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Let me grab it.
They got real quick.
Alright, this Genesis. Yep.
Yeah. That's the impetus. Yeah, that's the impetus.
Genesis 3:15, and I will put enmity between thee and the woman.
Yeah.
You know, the woman represent Israel.
That's right.
So he likened Jerusalem as a delicate woman. Jeremiah 6:2.
See the impetus. See. So that when you're going back into that perpetual, it was that was that spirit. See, that was that fight, trying to put two magnets together. Why? Because the Lord had put that between us, man.
Yeah, it's that, and I will put enmity between thee and the woman.
Yeah.
And between thy seed and her seed.
Right.
It shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel.
That's right. See, that's that ongoing hate.
Yep.
So go back to that.
So going back to Ezekiel 35:5, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and has shed the blood of the children of Israel.
Even to this day, he has shed the blood of the children of Israel.
Yep.
All right. It's not just talking about, Judah, Benjamin, Levi. It's talking about Simeon, Zebulun, Ephraim, Manasseh, Gad, Reuben, Issachar, Naphtali, Asher, man. Also, the whole 12 tribes, man.
Yep.
You got it.
It said by the force of the sword in the time of the calamity, in the time that the iniquity had to end.
Yeah, and our iniquity had to end. Remember, the Lord said, we accomplish our iniquity, though Zion here no more carried away into captivity.
Yeah, limitation 4.
But right. But when you read that, it said what? Our punishment what?
Had an end, in the time that the iniquity had an end. And therefore, as I live, said the Lord Yahweh Shemashah, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee.
He said, well, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood can pursue thee, man. So that's backing up what we were speaking on. All right, Gad shall overcome at the last, because this got to happen. Why? Because it was spoken.
Yep.
It's not going to speak one thing and happen, then the next thing is spoken, it ain't happen.
Yeah, having the prophecy going to come to pass, and the other one ain't.
Right. No. Everything gonna happen according to the scriptures, man.
Remember he said he should overcome at the last. We gonna win at the end of this.
That's right. Esau know that.
Yup. It said that has not hated blood, even blood should pursue thee.
And blood can pursue you, E.
Yup.
You can't run from the judgment you have by Shema Shah, man.
I'm a little bit more on this in this article. I'm gonna end it. It said I get straight to the point. It said later Abraham Lincoln decreed Thanksgiving Day to be a legal national holiday during the Civil War.
See.
On the same day, he ordered troops to march against the starving Sioux in Minnesota. And who was the Sioux? SIOUS. That was Native Americans, man. So the same day he ordered this holiday, he sent troops to go kill some more niggas. I mean, it's like some more natives, man.
Mm-hmm.
You see? Slip of the tongue. But yeah, and pretty much that's it on that, man. Our people don't know what they into,
They're celebrating,
man. Celebrating, man. And they kill, and they don't care, man. All they think they come together just to enjoy each other, and eat.
We probably do that shit. It was like that. You probably do that on a every 2 weeks or a month basis.
Exactly.
Why you gotta celebrate and come together on the day that the so-called white man tell you that you able to come together and celebrate on? If you really love your folks like that, y'all probably be getting together like the brothers get together, you hear me? Cause we get together, baby.
Yep.
We get together, get us some scriptures, do lesson like this, got something to eat in there, you know what I'm saying? Got some young. Hey, we doing our thing,
Yep. This 2 Thessalonians 1:6, seeing it is a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you.
Right, and that's what's gonna happen.
Yep.
All right, payback is coming. All right, for you devils, man. Hey, and so Lord willing, I hope you brothers and sisters were edified. Once again, we give all honor and glory and power to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakodash. I want to say double honors to our elders and peace and blessings to all the elect. Till next time, Shalom.
Shalom.
Abba Ball. Hey, Barak Ha'akim, man.
Shalom.
Hey, DTA, baby.